Dude, we got freaking 30 in here already, popping up. What's going on, Fabio?
What's up, man? How are you doing? Thank you for having me. Happy Easter, everybody.
Yeah, happy Easter to everyone who's out there. Happy Easter to you. Yeah, it's crazy. I was off today, man. So, I took the holiday off. Nice day, nice time with my family. I hope everybody had a great time yesterday. And how you feeling, dude? You ready to rock and roll with
Yeah,
this show?
I'm excited. I'm excited. We spoke about earlier of some stuff that I'm really excited to get to. So let's go.
Let's go. And also, this is possible that this is actually a market chart show edition because we've got some crazy stuff to go over, buddy. Some real crazy stuff that's we're going to hit on first within the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. We've got a lot of hot topics that we're going to stimulate your mind. Let's go ahead and dive into it right now, baby. Woo! It is the Market Chart Show live. And just in case you don't know who I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, and I'll be serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk, all the Hot Toys talk, along with my good friend from Fabio World, FabsFigures. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Man, I tell you what, dude, we need to start filling up these tables. We've got a hot one for you tonight. There is some crazy things going on within the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys, everybody. A lot of people have been asking me about the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader, the DX07, so many other figures. How about Boba Fett? We're going to get into it here today. We've got figures trending up, figures trending down, the whole 9 yards, and we're going to get Fabio's take on a lot of this stuff. And you have to wonder, is it also possible that I may have some crazy, juicy information from the Hot Toys wizard? Some insider stuff from the wizard? And I say,
they call him the Wizard.
but you're going to have to wait till way later in the show for that, baby.
So mean.
But Fabio knows what I'm talking about. The Dark Jedi gets the inside scoop because they know who to reach out to with these kind of things. Come on. All right. So listen, let's say hi to some people in here. We got to fill up table 5 first because Grogu's always thirsty, and that's Pop 6 table. Let's fill it up. And who is at table 66? and who's at table 77?
This is where the fun begins.
You ain't crapping. Let's see who the hell is in here tonight, my friends. We have got the collector number 1. And what's going on? Hope everyone's doing great. What's up to you, my friend? Beskar Kid is in the house as well. Welcome. We got Chewy's Bandolier. Hey, Aries. Hello back to you. Thalia, what is going on? AJ, hello to you. Happy Easter. Hope we got a great holiday weekend. Beskar Kid. Look who's in the house, Fabio. One of the best names out there. Hold my balls is in the house. Punisher is in here. What is going on? The collector number 1. What is up, Marco Polo? Zeno is in here. Good evening to you as well. And MTX, what is up, my friends? My spreadsheets are ready. Ooh, come on. Rob, what is up, Rob? Rod? Yes. Eric, what is up with you? Good to have you in here. Single songwriter in the house. Hello, collectors from around the galaxy. Welcome, 6 Scale Cantina of Tatooine. Drink up the like button so Howard, the hot hashtag, the Hot Toys Wizard, knows we are here. Good to have a single songwriter in the house. Karen Kelly, Nerd Corner, is here. Hello, Brother Aries. Hello to you. And what table are you at? Are you at 77 as well?
My powers have doubled since the last time we met, Count.
Good. Twice the pride, double the fall.
Sinister is in the house. Link is in the house. Howard Potts. Hello back at you, my friend. H. Green. What's up, Aries and FabsFigures? Dude, FabsFigures, are you at 900 yet? You got to be, right?
No way. Not
Come
even.
on, you said you were at 800, so you got to be at 900 now. 900 figures?
Oh, figures.
Yeah, figures. Are you talking about subs? Well, yeah, we got to get that.
So 779 was last November. So
you got to be 1,000 now.
No, not 1,000, but definitely up there. Definitely 800s by now. Absolutely.
Maybe 900. You're gonna have to do a count, dude.
I have to do another count. Yeah.
Do you count all the stuff in the boxes?
What do you mean?
Like the
Oh
boxes
no. I took my 779 was everything that was out displayed. Nothing.
Oh.
I don't even count this. And this in here, I have about between like 60 and 75 boxes.
Jeepers creepers. So you probably do have over a thousand.
In total, yes, but not displayed. Right.
Oh my goodness. Emer, what is going on? Hello to you, my friend. And the Mandalorian Huntress in the house, the Dark Jedi, and the Fabulous Fab. I like that. The Fabulous Fab. Let's go. Let's go indeed. And we know what table the Huntress sits at.
Good.
H. Green in here as well. And there he is. OG fan. Hello, Aries, Fabio, and everyone. Hello to you, my friend. Punisher is in here. Double X Magical. And Lane. Lane is in the house. And we all know what table Lane is sitting at.
Oh, really? You're cold?
44. Come on. And continuing to go down. OG fan says, Wizard. Yes, indeed. Mario is in the house. El Profesoro. Yo, everyone curious about the 40th anniversary Vader in the thumbnail. Is it possible that I have some real inside information from data on that? Yes. Coming up, we're going to be getting right into that first, my friend El Profesoro. Good to have El Profesoro in here. Table 77, another one for table 77. Let's go and fill it up.
This is where the fun begins.
Come on. And continuing to go, Uncommon Flex is in the house. Good to have him in here with Fabio and I. 6 Scale Padawan, what is up to you? My friend Cypher 9 is in the Cantina. And who is this guy? Is this Julius or Jules or Joe? No, I meant to put this one up. I'll get to you. Wait in a minute. There he is.
That's Julio.
That's Julio.
Julio down by the schoolyard.
Big Bretta is in the house. What is going on? Joe Al, good to have Joe Al in here, my friend. Come on. And Wayne Timothy is in here. There you go, Wayne. What's up, Aries? Working late tonight. I need some coffee at table 66. Here you go.
Good.
Grogu needs a refill already. Continuing to go down. Philip, what is up? Good to have you in here. And if I miss any of you, my deep apologies. Don't mean to do that. Lane Kramer says, Fabio, with the $5 super chat. Thanks, Lane. Like I said on Facebook, is it possible the Hot Toys Wizard will take over Fabio tonight and give us some updates. And Fabio in full bunny suit. Is it possible? Fabio, I want to let you answer that one to the Lanester.
If I had a bunny suit, absolutely.
And I say, well, you know what? Stay tuned in. I don't know where he got this information. Maybe he got it from Julio.
Definitely Julio spreading misinformation.
Lane, thank you so much for the $5 drop. Goodness gracious. Let's continue to go down over here. And if I do miss you, keep going in the chat. We'll get you up in here. I'm just an old guy trying to set the controls at the heart of the sun. And look, I wonder if we're going to hear from the Hot Toys Wizard. Forget about the bunny suit. Maybe in addition, TK FOMO will pop up tonight. A friend of CT603. Good to have CT in here. Spice Runner, what is up? And TK592, another friend of FOMO. Drop something. Howard, break my wallet. Oh, my goodness. Poor cube. Master Imwe is in the house. What is going on? Oh, goodness gracious. Continuing to go down over here. I know I'm going to miss people, but you know I don't mean to. Mad makes yo back at you. And there's the clone trooper. Good to have you in here listening while he's working. That is great. Good to have you all in here. We've got 60 in here already. Please go ahead and smash that like button coming off the Easter holiday weekend here. It is the Dark Jedi and Fabio from FabsFigures here with you tonight on the Market Chart Show live. Wow, we got a lot of stuff to get into, and a lot of stuff, Fabio, that pertains to a lot of stuff the last week. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And the first thing I'm going to share is 6-scale Cantina, because that's where a lot of the news is. Not the big, giant news for later on in the show, but certainly for a lot of the secondary market news. If you're all in there, do not have 6scalecantina.com bookmarked, you may want to consider doing so. It has everything for the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. Also now, coming very soon, you see on that tab there, the market chart for Marvel, which Fabio down below here now is helping me out with. Looking forward to that, Fabio. It's gonna take a little bit, but we're working on it.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a while. But the fact that it's gonna get done is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see this show that we're talking about here. Here's what El Profesoro was talking about. He's curious as to what I mean about the 40th Empire Strikes Back Vader that's up there on the banner. You also got Luke on the Tauntaun. You also got Planet Earth. What does it all mean? And the moon continue to go down. And let's actually go. You see the latest news. Bespin Luke. Is it possible there's going to be more news? That picture is going to change tomorrow? Is that picture going to change Wednesday? Is this picture going to change this week, Fabio? Let me just talk to you, bro. It's going to change this week?
If it does change, it'll be to probably Marvel figure. But let's hope. They have to release something. You know what I mean? Something's got to come out. With the way they're backed up, something's got to be, announced that it was released. So hopefully something this week.
Yeah, I would think so. Anything for Star Wars, you think, this week, announcement or release?
Well, if you follow the made-up order, the last one obviously was Batman, which is DC.
Mm-hmm.
Before that was Moon Knight, which was Marvel. So, I'm talking about, I'm just mixing them up. Obviously, released was Batman, but announced was Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
A release for Star Wars. I mean, anything's possible at this point, but what though? You know what I mean? Like, what would be something that they would release at this moment?
Especially on top of this. I tell you what, I was doing an insider show yesterday, and we had a lot of the people that are on here, including welcome Fat Batman. Connecting Nightmare is in the house. Welcome. Love some of these names in here. Fat Batman's Collecting Nightmare. And the Fat Batman was on yesterday, along with so many of the other people that are in here as well, including Mandalorian Huntress, who I knew was watching and came up with a point during the show yesterday that, like last year, we got a lot on May 4th week, Fabio, for the Mandalorian. And getting a hunch, the point was, may get several for the Book of Boba Fett / and/or the Mandalorian that week too. So I am curious if we're going to get anything this week or the next week. I mean, that's only now 2 weeks away, dude.
Yeah, I like I said, the way they're backed up, something needs to be out. I feel like constantly at this point. You know what I mean? Something every week at least. But who knows? Who knows? But I personally have a feeling we're getting something this week. When? I don't know. But something has to be released, no matter what.
Darth Chopper is in here too. What is going on now, Darth Chopper? Good to have you in here. All right, so let's go to it. This is the biggest mover section, and I kind of put it up on the Facebook group yesterday. And it's a little bit different today because things have even transpired as more data comes in. But you can take a look here at this very, very interesting list. And we're going to go through all the stuff for the biggest movers section, including what's trending up in the market value chart on the Star Wars market value chart. Anyway, you could take a look here at some of the interesting craziness that is going on. And this is going to bring us to, the first topic we're going to have for today, which is the secondary market biggest movers analysis. And Fabio, with this and pulling this up, I want to start with the first figure and the number one figure this week that is trending up the most in the biggest movers section. Darth Vader, 40th Empire Strikes Back. Let me go ahead and pull up some data, my friend. And I'm so happy to be doing this with you. I'll pull some stuff up onto the screen. And pulling this up as it loads. And Fabio and everyone in the chat, you can see right here, just back from April 17th at 11 p.m., $455 with 17 bids.
Used. That's
used.
Yep.
Used, and not including the $31.25 in shipping, bro.
Or tax, depending on which state you're in.
Yeah, so that's over 500. I mean, yeah, because that would be like, yeah, that's over 500, bro. That is crazy. All right. So
give me 1 second.
Yep. And so you could all see this over here. $455, 17 bids. Now, there's a pretty good seller. Over 300, all positive feedback. Absolutely crazy, for sure. And let's go to another one that I'll pull up over here. And I'll bring this Vader up onto the screen. And pulling this up and pulling this in here, you can see back. I'll give you a couple. So from April 13th, $529 on this one. So, and even back before the Bespin Luke was announced, and I saw that this was trending up pretty high.
Sorry about that. Somebody was up, so.
No, that's not a problem, but I'm only on the second piece of data I'm pulling up, Fabio, anyway. So that one you were talking about, yes, when you include the taxes, that was over $500. You could look at one right here from April 13th, $529. That's from the day the Luke was announced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that figure's super hot. I never thought it would sell that much for that high. I knew it was going to go up like they tend to do. Never, that high.
And you could look right here. I'm just pulling up a listing, and a lot of times the watchers tell the tale. Because if someone would have put this up a couple weeks ago at $450, you wouldn't have had this type of watchers, but already 10 watchers with $20 in shipping. So just $500 for this figure. And again, like you're seeing here, used completely out of the box. So it is absolutely crazy. And going back to 6scalecantina.com, I will pull up what it is on the market value chart. But dude, Fabio, while I'm pulling it up,
And
are
one,
you surprised by this because of the DX 25?
well, absolutely, that's going to affect the price of that 100%. But with obviously, what I just said was before that, before this Luke was announced, the figure was selling and it was fine. But I never thought it would go up as high as this. And another thing I wanted to mention about used figures, there's nothing wrong with buying used figures at all, but be very careful when buying a used figure, especially if it's an expensive figure. Why? You know how you take care of figures, but you don't know how anybody else takes care of figures. A lot of people, treat these figures as actual toys. They overuse them, they overbend them, they overstretch them. They pose them a lot and they leave them in poses for a long time. So be mindful of that when you're purchasing something, through eBay or in a Facebook group or anything like that. Because of that, yes, doesn't mean that everybody that you buy from is going to have a damaged figure, but just be aware that buying something used for a high price, be very careful because things do happen. Bodies do get loose over time. People abuse the figures and they say, well, I'm getting rid of it anyway, so I don't really care. People go into buying anything with the mindset of, well, I'm just in it to make quick money or hold it until it erases value, even used, because a lot of people know,
Right.
I've been in the hobby for a while that, even used Hot Toys are worth a lot of money, sometimes double of what they were worth when they first were released for retail.
For sure.
So you have to be mindful of that as well. So a lot of people don't care when they resell these figures because it's not their problem anymore. And you complain about it, yeah, they'll give you $20 off, $10 off, $15 off, just to, you know what? Good, go. I still made my money. You got a broken figure. That's your problem from now.
Yeah, it's a really good point. I want to talk a little bit more about that. And while you're bringing up those good points about these used figures and the sellers, you can see right here up on the screen, I highlighted it when I put in Vader in everything in here, and I'll get to your chats in a little bit. $436 and rising, according to the market value chart at 6scalecantina.com. Again, this is a great tool. Put a lot of time into this. This is the average right now with the Darth Vader Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary in the 40th anniversary packaging. Absolutely unbelievable. And as we continue to talk about that, let's pull some of the stuff up here on the screen. El Profesoro says, Fabio, oh wow, might have to consider selling my sealed 40th Vader, especially with that one, Fabio, because I took mine out of the packaging because I just don't care. I've been in that game for so long, the packaging game, that I'm fine. It's a hot toy, I'm going to take it out. But a lot of people like to keep it in there, and I get it because I've thought about what Profesoro's doing. Like send it to the AFA, get it graded. You can do it with those special packaging figures, especially with this one. Those go insane right now for the price if it's not open.
Well, any sealed figure, you would hope that would be more expensive than a used figure. So yes, of course, keeping the figure sealed is going to be worth more than a used figure. But my point was that even used figures, increase in value that much. You know what I mean? But even more specifically about that point is, just be careful with buying used things because of what can happen to the body, to the materials, and all that stuff. Especially, like I said, if they're that expensive.
Yeah, absolutely. A single songwriter says, my 40th Vader is still in the box. I opened it to check it out, then put it back to sleep comfy until another time. Absolutely. That's a good point. We're going to talk about that actually in a minute. Continuing to look at some of these comments in here. Basic Biatch is in the house. What is going on? Love some of these names. Sinister SMR. This figure is by far my favorite hot toy. If you are a Star Wars fan and don't have the ESB Vader, Go get it now. Well, it may cost you a small fortune to go get it now, Fabio. I mean, geez, it's high. Star Killer in the house has such a cool figure in base. So glad I didn't miss the ESB Vader. Look, I was telling everybody for a long time, Fabio, because some people were concerned. They were sending me messages, and they were saying, "Hey, is this really going to be worth anything?" Because they reissued it in different packaging. And I said, "Listen, I'm making a call right now with these 240th reissues. They're going to go right back to the same price that they were." I said, just give it a year and a half, and all of a sudden, because we're going to talk about the Boba Fett in 40th anniversary packaging, the deluxe version, that one is soaring as well. Not as much as this, but it's right there at the 400 range again already. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Let me tell you how important packaging is. So I don't know if you guys remember, like you just mentioned, obviously they did a 40th anniversary Boba Fett as well. But remember that before that, there was Boba Fett Deluxe. Same exact figure, but one was Deluxe and one was 40th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
So they stopped making the Deluxe
Mm-hmm.
to make the 40th anniversary. I happened to have received a Deluxe prior to that change. So I had a Deluxe, which was obviously the last packaging. And then they shipped me because I had ordered 2 Deluxe. So they sent me one. Then I get an email saying that, the package is the same exact figure, but the packaging was changing, blah, blah, blah. So obviously they sent me another 40th. So now I have the Deluxe and a 40th. I sold the Deluxe packaging for $1,000 because of the packaging. Not because it was a different figure, but because that Deluxe packaging, you'll never find again. The new one was 40th.
It's important.
So I sold it for $1,000 because of the packaging.
Yeah, and it's so important. I could bring up some stuff over here a little bit later. It is so important, Fabio. It's just a great conversation as we're welcome everybody who's watching. Please smash that like button. If you are in here watching the market show live, we're market value chart. We're going over the biggest movers. First up, 40th Empire Strikes Back. Darth Vader is going through the roof for sure. Call out there at the Duck Collector in the community, and it's really crazy. I've seen if it doesn't have the art box, sometimes it takes a little bit of a dip, believe it or not, Fabio, if it doesn't have the original brown shipper. And a lot of times when you get them overseas, they'll come with that, but people look for that. But really, especially, you can multiply that tenfold if it doesn't have the the art box. The art box means a lot for a lot of the collectors, and there's so many that don't watch any of this stuff. I mean, we've been talking about that. This is a very small percentage, but you could just see from a lot of the things that sell out there, if it don't have it, it's a lot less.
And the shipper as well. Believe it or not, when I started, I didn't know that the shipper was a thing. I just figured this is the box it comes shipped in. It's garbage. Once you get the box out of there, the shipper's garbage. So I actually have a lot of figures without a shipper because I threw them away. Over time, that's when I started learning. I would try to I would be in the groups and I would see conversations of people trying to buy, talking about selling figures, and they would specifically mention, no shipper, and I would be like, who cares? Why do you know what I mean? That was my.
It's all over the listings. Yeah,
I was like, why? Why? Like, why would anybody care about the shipper? But like, for what? Like, who cares? And that was my mentality. Like, so I threw them away. And then when I started noticing that people were actually losing money, like it was a thing that if you didn't have the shipper, your figure wasn't worth what it would be worth with the shipper. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I don't believe this. A shipper box makes a difference in the amount of money that you make on a figure. It's insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And John puts in AFA grading brand new stuff seems like a waste to me. It does to a lot of people, but believe it or not, John, a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it. And they're starting to do it with the Hot Toys, Fabio. They do it a ton with the Hasbro stuff.
Oh,
and a ton of it with Black Series and, of course, vintage all day long because they want to get it authenticated. Although, if you're a real savvy collector, you know how to authenticate it yourself. But yeah, it's interesting. But those the Hot Toys coming in that special vintage like packaging is real interesting. Chewie's Bandolier goes, I love my ESB Vader. Lane Kramer says, I will prefer my Rogue One Vader. Yeah, a lot do. They're both very close. ESB Vader is very special, though, with that helmet. Yeah, for sure. El Profesoro says, the 40th packaging is so special. I wish I would have picked up duplicates for Boba. Yeah, we're going to get into Boba here in a little bit, continuing to go down. El Profesoro says again, I'm a brown shipper collector. Yeah, it makes a difference.
So am I now.
And you know what's kind of funny? You know, bringing that up, dude, as we continue to talk here about the 40th Empire Strikes Back Vader. That is the first figure we're talking about within the secondary market within this show, ladies and gentlemen. It is soaring through the secondary market right now, $436 and trending up according to the market value chart at 6scalecantina.com. How many times, Fabio, do you got to message people, or should you message people with these auctions? Like, if I'm really going to buy something there, I'm going to be like, hey, I don't see the shipper. Does it come with it? Or, hey, I don't got all these pictures. Right off the bat, some of these savvy sellers know right off the bat, they put in a dozen or more pictures, every angle. They show you every single thing. You know who does that really good? Shout out to Ray, Hawk Wars Toys. And there's so many others that do it out there. Sometimes they just throw up the art box. Here you go. Have this $800. Then you got to ask. Email me with questions. You email the first question. Yeah. Hey, wondering if this is good. They email you back. It's all good. I bought it new. Okay. Well, does it have all the pieces? Yes. And then you got to ask again, were the batteries put in? Then all of a sudden you get, well, I did put the batteries in. I could take them out if you want. I mean, I always urge people with all of these auctions and these listings, ask a ton of fracking questions. And you'd be surprised. You may not get the answer you want with like 7 out of 10 of the questions. Am I right or wrong, bro?
Well, the thing is, for example, exactly what you just said, the reason why you need to ask questions is because of this. If an item is defective, and I'm just speaking specifically about being defective, I'm not saying that, you know, there's a lot of times that a lot of people won't give you a lot of information on a product and it's still perfectly fine. So that's not what I mean. A lot of times when the item is defective, the person tries to get away with it by not giving you too much information, right? So that's your job. That's why it's your job to ask for that information. So a lot of questions that when I used to buy a lot on eBay was, is it complete? Is there any damage? The reason why you have to ask these questions is because the seller can choose to omit the answers to these questions, or even bringing them up because out of fear of losing the sale. So they usually don't say anything. They'll sell you the item. Once you receive it, they know there's issues already, which is why they're okay giving you $10 off, $15 off, $20 off. But guess what? They sold the figure. They made money on it. And guess what? It's not their problem anymore. They give you, because it makes people feel good to get this $10, $15, $20 refund, for a figure that's not 100% perfect. Mm-hmm. It makes them feel satisfied that, okay, I paid for this figure. It's going for, $450. I paid $425. I feel good. Even though it's not 100%, I feel good. So that's why you need to ask these questions. Very important.
Yeah, no, it's definitely very, very important. 85 in here. Go ahead and please smash that like button. I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington. That is Fabio from Fabio World at FabsFigures. We are talking about the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. And again, the hot figure right now. The biggest mover of the week so far. From last week and this week, Darth Vader, Empire Strikes Back 40th. You see it highlighted on the screen, $436 and trending up. All I did is type in Vader, and it came up. I didn't even have to sort this out. Highest to lowest in there. And again, Fabio, just going back to this before we go on to some other stuff and answer some other questions in the chat. For every time that I buy, I'll tell everybody in the chat this. Every time if I'm going to buy a hot toy, I'm going to ask a ton of questions if I'm going to be buying it on the secondary market. Unless it's a seller that I buy off of often and I pretty much know what the deal is going to be, or obviously if I'm buying it new. It is so important to ask questions. Don't ever feel funny about asking questions if you're unsure at any time at all. Now, I mean this. This is a real tip for you. Just ask the question. You got nothing to lose. If the seller responds back like they're being put out, should you move on? And I say, yes. Look, if you're going to put something up on the damn market and try and get $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, sometimes $800, $900, $1,000 more, answer the damn question and be forthright with it. So my advice is, if you have any inkling to ask questions, ask questions. A lot of times, like Fabio was saying, all it does is relieve your own stuff, relieve your own questions inside. But sometimes it does uncover some, dirt under the rock, Fabio.
So the reason why, like, when you go anywhere to buy anything, you go to a store, and somebody's trying to sell you something, right? What do? If you have any questions, the first thing they say, if you have any questions, let me know. As soon as you walk into a store, right? That's a welcoming thing. Ask me any questions because I'm trying to sell you something that I want you to buy. So anybody who's trying to make a sale will be more than willing and glad to answer any questions about your product. So if you don't ask any questions and the item comes damaged, that's your fault. That's your fault because, again, there are people who, to try to get rid of their headache, which is a damaged figure, a figure they no longer want, anything. That's your problem now. Oh, it's broken. Here's $15. Here's $20. Not my problem. You deal with it. And that's why you need to ask questions.
Crazy. Spice Runner asks, Aries, which do you prefer, Empire Strikes Back or Rogue One Vader? Well, I don't have the Rogue One Vader, but you can rest assured that I have watched all the reviews on it that I can handle and take in. In my estimation, do I want the Rogue One Vader? Yes, because I want every edition of Vader, quite honestly, from all the films. So I'm going to get them all. Even when I get the Vader and Tarkin 2-pack eventually, I'll still get the Darth Vader that came by itself, even though a lot of the reviews, it looks like it is a little inferior in a couple of regards. I just want to have them all. That being said, because it's Empire Strikes Back and because you get the back of his head, to me, it's just better for me. But I'll take them all. And you might laugh. I mean, for me, the A New Hope Vader with the classic look where he's completely all, kind of like it's like prime paint on a car, and it's kind of, not real shiny and it's dull. That probably would be my favorite one because that's the first movie, Fabio. I like it. I like that old stuff. So I'm always going to like that stuff, a lot as well. So good question there. Welcome. We have P-Rock in the house. Good to have P-Rock in here. What is going on? Welcome in here. And we have the House of Collectibles in here. Welcome. Joining the party as well. Welcome in here for sure. And let's continue to go down. Riley's Reviews is in here. Riley says, what's up, brother? And Aries, and what is up, Fabio? What is up to you?
Riley!
What are the Wonder Twins in here? Come on. And we got Mr. McPickle. Boy, I love these names. Mr. McPickle is in here. And there is Da Collector. And a shout out to Da Collector with my banner today at 6scalecantina.com. Through the Roof is where that Darth Vader Empire Strikes Back is going for sure. All right, let's go back to 6scalecantina.com. And let's go ahead and take a look back at the biggest movers section on the website. Again, if you don't have a bookmark, consider doing it. Not only all this market stuff we're going over, but all the latest on 6 Scale Cantina, including right here. Here's Through the Roof right in front of the screen. And You get the banner, the latest shows, the shows from previously in the week. Check out that show right here with Luke on there. Deepfake Luke versus Bespin. That's the show I had with my friend Dante, the Man of Hot Collectibles, our friend Dante. And that was great from Saturday. And then the shows from earlier in the week as well. Looking through some of these other figures on here, it's real interesting. Before we go ahead and do that, I want to bring this up, Fabio, and because how much does this release right here affect the DX07 that's up in the market right now, and also that 40th anniversary? I know we touched on it a little bit, but here's the interesting thing that a lot of people, it's soaring very high right now, that 40th Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader, but it was rising in the secondary market all along, Fabio. From the moment it got released, it never dipped down. It never dipped down like that heavy infantry Mandalorian and several other figures, my friend, and then come back up a little down and up. That figure was always slowly rising. And it was very close to the $400 tier range to begin with. Now it's excelling over, and it's going to be approaching the $500 tier range. But this has a lot to do with it, even though this is a long time away from getting released.
Well, this gets people excited for the future. You know what I mean? Like, now this is announced. This is coming. At some point, it's coming. So people start preparing for when this is out. So any figure that anybody wanted, regarding Star Wars that has to do with this specific Bespin outfit Luke, you better believe that now they're really, you know what? I really need to get this figure now because this Luke is coming. So 100%.
Yeah, and how many people you think jump on it right away to try and get it before it goes up in value? Because that was probably a smart move if you really want the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader in the 40th anniversary packaging, because it is going to be an over $500 figure again once this figure comes out in 2023, Fabio. It just is. I think it is.
It's going to start going up. It's going to start going up slowly because people are going to, whoever's selling it, are going to realize, how this figure specifically is affecting. It's going to affect, the sales of that other figure, and it's going to start going up and up and up. So if you want to get it now, start looking into it now before it blows up by the time this figure is released.
So you have to wonder, how has this also affected? We've just talked about how it affected the 40th anniversary Darth Vader and the Empire Strikes Back packaging. We're going to be talking about the Boba Fett in the 40th anniversary packaging. We're also going to be talking about the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. One of them is trending up, one of them is trending down. Can you guess which one it is? But right now, this is not in the biggest movers section, but let's talk about it. This is the DX07, Fabio. And I am seeing absolutely no difference at all with this figure, with this set, no matter which set it is, whether it's the exclusive one that comes with the Vader helmet or not, at all right now within the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. As a matter of fact, you already have, that's why I put this up on the screen. It just got listed. 20 watchers, which is a great indication. When you put up a price point, no one started a bid yet, but they will. This is $600 starting bid. You already got 20 watchers. That's because people are taking this price serious.
And it's new.
And it's new, which is a great
point.
It's
used.
It's used. Excuse me. Right. It's used. Right. Yeah. Which is a better point.
Yep.
Because it's not new.
Right.
Dude, this set is nothing. Nothing like the DX25 that just came out, folks.
Not at all. Not at all. This is a completely different figure. Yeah, this thing is, and like I've said before about, people comparing the two head sculpts. You can't compare two different products, number one. The way they took the picture of this DX07 to compare it with the DX25, it's not even fair. You know what I mean? They put a flashlight right onto the head of the DX07, and then they put these, professionally taken pictures of the DX25, and they're like, put them side by side, and they're like, which one do you like better? that's not how you compare figures. Number one, it's not even a fair comparison. Number two, and number three, this is a completely different package, completely different figure, completely different everything. Dante had mentioned that he has a feeling that there's going to be a battle damage coming. I said I hope not, because why? But it makes sense for it to come out at some point. So if it gets announced, Dante was the first one to even think about it.
Yeah, no, he sure was. And I totally agree with him, Fabio, to be quite honest with you. Because my first instinct was, oh man, they're gonna get us. They're gonna just take our money. They're gonna go ahead and capitalize on it. It kind of segues in to the next part of this biggest movers section I want to get into. They want to go ahead and reuse a lot of these molds and head sculpts. Look, here's the truth, dude. There's no way in the world they spend this type of investment on making head sculpts and making these molds, and if they can find any way to use them again, they will, if it will sell. And that's why I think Dante is right, my man.
The one thing that, if what you said is 100% true. If you notice, the only thing that they're doing, they're reusing, head sculpts. What they're doing is what? They're facing the eyes different directions. So they use one head sculpt straight, one to the side, one to the other side, and that's how they're getting away with that. It works, but I feel like, they do that as like an emergency situation to give us a head sculpt, just as to give us value in the figure, I feel like. But if they wanted to, they could give us a new head sculpt every single time. It's going to cost them money. It's going to cost them time, but they can. It's easier and cheaper to give us an old head sculpt, and all you got to do is just reposition the eyes to face a different direction. And if you really
different paint, bada boom, bada bing.
If you really think about it, even though it's the same exact head sculpt, but because the eyes are not the same, and because the paint color may not be the same, they'll sell it to you as a brand new head sculpt. And it is, and it's not. So they're going to take shortcuts whenever they can to maximize profit.
And hold on to that thought, because that's what we're going to be getting into here. No, this box is pretty clean, dude. Look at this box.
Yeah.
For a freaking old figure.
Yeah, he kept that somewhere in like really good storage, because that box should be dirty right now.
Yeah, that is pretty. And this is an example of some pretty good pictures. There's the I've got the set on here. It's awesome looking there. You get the back of it, which is pretty cool. Puts a picture up on there. You get the front face with the fascia on it with the GX. Still has the two little things over the legs there.
Yep.
A lot of you people know that for the GX malls, they're collecting Star Wars. And so here's something where everything's kind of out in the open, big pictures. You're seeing a lot of the accessories. I would still, ask the question, hey, what, any of these accessories broken? Magnets still work? Blah, 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 blah. Most likely, those holster magnets don't. They just don't at this point. But you never know. But yeah, this is an example of what you're talking about. Good pictures.
Yeah, the glue dries out as well. Things fall off over time. So it's just, that's the thing about, buying used figures, especially a figure that old. You know what I mean? That's been through a lot over the years, and you don't know where that figure has been stored. You know what I mean? Everybody lives in a different climate. Everybody lives in a different, in a different place. Everybody's inside temperature where they live is different. Some places have a lot of humidity, some are very cold, some are very dry, so it just, everything affects everything. So that's what I mean. Ask questions. You got to be very careful with stuff like that. Another thing, a lot of people smoke cigarettes, smoke cigars, they smoke, and they don't care. They smoke within their collection.
And it smells. The packaging smells, and the figure's clothing smells.
Everything will stink. That's a very important question to ask a lot of people, because to them it's normal to be smoking around their collection.
Well, I've had questions come to me before, brother, where people are like, Aries, why does it matter? I see these auctions where it says from a non-smoking home. Are they trying? They're like, no, it's important. It's important because even with your clothes, no matter what you collect, I collect hats. It'll stink like cigars.
Pet-free home and smoking-free home, big deal. Absolutely, because you have pets that shed all over the place. All that hair, it's going to get all that fur. It's going to get onto the figures, onto the details, especially details because they don't, they're not sealed. So you're going to get a lot of dust in there. Specifically, the smoke, though, hair and pet dander's not going to smell unless you got a dirty dog, a dirty house, whatever. But cigarette smoke, cigar smoke, weed smoke, all that stuff will attach itself to the materials and the clothing, and you're not going to do laundry on your figure, so it'll be ruined.
You'll be completely ruined.
These materials, hold on to, a lot of this pleather stuff, combination of humidity and smoke. What do you think that's going to smell like? So all these questions are very important to ask.
Yeah, and with 90 in here, go ahead and smash that like button. You are watching the Market Chart Show live with the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, along with Fabio from FabsFigures, having a great old time. Loco Lou is in the house. Why don't you just show your elbows there, my man? Come on.
He's being a pervert. That's why.
Good to have Loco Lou in here. Primetime Reviews is in the house. Good to have Primetime in here. Let's hit that like button. Come on. And Noble Young is in here. Thank you so much, Noble Young. And very, very interesting stuff indeed with this. Getting a lot of tips here today, everybody in here. So, Fabio, I'm seeing nothing with the DX07, and I don't think it's going to be affected. It could still have a dip over the next month or so, but I think just like when that Clone Wars Anakin was released, it's going to be, especially with this one, nothing. It's just not an effect, to be honest with you.
And remember that, the price being lowered doesn't mean that that's what's really going on with the figure. Don't forget that a lot of these people just want to make that money and they want to get rid of their figures. So they'll lower the price for that reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's a starting bid. Yeah, exactly.
Not because the figure is not worth that price. No, it's because nobody's buying the figure anymore because, again, they feel like the new one is better. So therefore, which, head sculpt wise, absolutely. We don't know. I don't know right now if they use the same material for the clothes, if they design different, if they stitch it different, they use a different body. I don't know any of that. We don't know any of that. So people just assume, well, I'm going with the better one. But the better one is not this, specific double pack. So it'll affect the price in the sense of people who are, again, trying to get rid of the figure are going to say, you know what, I need to lower it, make it a little bit cheaper. Hopefully that, hoping that it sells. But it doesn't mean that the figure went down because of, this one being, better or whatever. It's just, it's a newer figure. It's more popular and people tend to just follow, what's new and what's hot and tend to forget about the old figures like the 07, the DX07.
All right, let's go to some of the other figures here. Check this out, Fabio. And I want to actually we're going to talk about a bunch of these. Snowtrooper Battlefront by itself and Snowtroopers 2-pack Battlefront together, trending up within the secondary market as if they weren't high to begin with already. And that Empire Strikes Back version, what's interesting, I know I was talking about this about a month ago. A lot of people actually don't know that there really is an Empire Strikes Back, an MMS release for the Hoth Trooper, for the Snow Trooper from Empire Strikes Back. It's a $500 tier range figure. All of these are way over $500.
The Snow Trooper. So when they came out, I had purchased a single pack and I purchased a double pack. So because the double pack was literally the exact same figure twice, I said, you know what? Let me keep the single pack. And I said, let me sell the double pack. And then this was years ago. This was at least, 6-7 years ago, at least. I sold that for $800, almost $900, the double pack.
Yeah, it's an $800, $900. We're going to look at where it is in the secondary market. It's trending up. It's somewhere around 800, close to 9. But look at this. Look at this. Yeah, dude. $1,400, $1,399.
That's about right. Absolutely. Because again, this was years ago and it was like $850, $875 that I sold it for. So absolutely makes sense.
Yeah, it is absolutely insane right now with these snow troopers. I'll go ahead and pull up a single version um from here.
And these they'll never make again, unless they appear on a show or a movie, but because these were from the video game.
Yeah. $490 US. That's 661 Australian. I'm telling you the US number on this. Not
Yeah.
including though the $57.60 in shipping, not including taxes. Fabio, for a freaking
Used.
VG M24 used snow trooper,
Yep.
and it had freaking 10 bids.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so here
$490 with 57.60 shipping. And then obviously whoever gets it plus tax or whatever. It's
and that's a deal. I'll pull this up from this Hong Kong seller who has this up, and this is just the price. It's $837
my God.
and 63 cents for VGM 24.
What a
That's
deal.
how you can go. I mean, you got $1,400. That one. Let's go.
Where's Hawkworth Toys? Let's see his competitive price.
Hawk Wars, when are you getting one up over here, my friend? Come on.
Let's see your competitive prices.
Well, they're so high over there, dude, in Hong Kong. And I just put up that one that was $1399.99. The one that just sold here, 500. Well, that was way over that in Australia. So let's put in the freaking Snow Trooper, Fab. And well, that's not going to work. I'll probably just put in Snow. Maybe Jon Snow will pop up. No, okay. Look at this here. So, all right. So check this out, bro. Snow Trooper Empire Strikes Back MMS 397. It does exist. It does exist. 492 and steady. Okay. Which is crazy. The Snow Trooper 2-pack, 859 and trending up. So pretty much around what you sold it for what? Years ago, you said?
Yep.
Wow. And then you got the Snow Trooper Battlefront. Right now it's showing on a market value chart, what, like $30? $33 lower than the ESB. It's the same thing, basically.
I never even knew. I never knew that they came out with an ESB one.
I know. A lot of people don't.
Right now,
it's limited.
I never heard of it. I never heard of it. I heard of the Battlefront ones because I got them. Like I said, I had a single pack and a double pack, but I never knew that there was an ESB one at all. I never saw it. That's crazy.
Well, dude, you could get the First Order Stormtroopers. They're only 178 and steady. That's a cheap-pack. That's a freaking hilarious. That's hilarious. Dude, that's like $90. That's less than $90 each for a hot toy for the First Order Snowtrooper 2-pack compared to the freaking 2-pack for the video game one.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a crying shame. That's actually going to be a bargain someday. That's a bargain right now because those will go up someday.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I got to look into the Snow Trooper one, the ESB one, because I gotta see what I'm assuming it's the same figure, but I want to see what the differences are.
Yeah, so let me ask you this: with 92 in here, please go ahead and smash the like button. Let me know what table you're at. You're watching the Dark Jedi, and you're watching Fabio from FabsFigures. Maybe you're sitting at table 66. Good. Or are you at table 44?
Oh, really? You're cold?
Or maybe you're at table 1 with Darth Vader.
The force is strong in this one.
Let me know what table you're at. We got a lot of cool tables here within the Cantina for sure, baby. All right, so let me ask you this: with these freaking snow troopers, let's bring this next topic up, okay? So, in relation to these snow troopers that we're really spilling our coffee on, it's like we're learning. Holy crap! There's a freaking Empire Strikes Back Hoth Trooper. It's like $497. It's $3 away from the $500 tier range. I'll be honest with you. I feel like as soon as they put, I could get there's more up. It's going to break that tier range. And we were just talking about, before about reusing some of this Bespin Luke. You know, Dante's point, hey, we're going to come out with a battle damage one, maybe even May 4th week. Look, future reuse of molds and head sculpts. Let's talk specifically about this Hoth Empire Strikes Back Hoth Trooper, which you said you didn't even know existed. And you're the guy with all the figures, and you're not the only one. So many people have told me, Aries, you're wrong. There's no such thing as an MMS. I said, no, you're wrong. I'm telling you, it exists.
I'm telling you, I've never seen it ever. Ever since the Snow Troopers came out, it's always been, I've always only seen from the video Battlefront, never ever ESB.
All right, so here's my feeling. I've been talking for a while, okay? The Hot Toys Wizard has been telling the Dark Jedi for a while, been sending him messages, interfering in my shows, that they are going to be reusing sculpts, molds up the wazoo. And like you were saying, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Turn the eyes a certain way. Change the paint. Change the hair. They've done it with Leia not once, not twice, 3 times already. But with this Hoth Stormtrooper dude, how many times they have reused the freaking OT Stormtrooper, even in the Mandalorian and so much stuff. I have a hunch this is coming in this year. I really do. I really think we're going to get an Empire Strikes Back Hoth Snow Trooper. People don't even know it existed before. They couldn't have sold that damn many.
That's true. I mean, again, that would make sense, but I feel like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about the Snow Trooper ESB at all. I don't know when it was released. I don't know anything about it. So what I'm going to say is just my own assumption. If what you're saying is true, I'm going to assume that the ESB came first. It didn't sell much, and then they said, you know what? Let's give them a Battlefront. Let's just assume that the video game was more popular, very popular, and maybe that's how they sold. I don't know. Because like I said, I didn't even see it.
Well, the Bacon Bit says the ESB Snowtrooper has a different base, no jetpack, rocket launcher, and a standard crotch grabber instead of a flight stand. Okay, so it has some differences.
So it's different. Okay. So that sounds like the what do you call it? The Battlefront one has more stuff.
That's what it sounds like. Let us know, Bacon Bits, if you have it, if it comes up more. Wait a minute, a single songwriter puts in here, what if there is a battle scene in the upcoming Andor series on Hoth? Yeah, I heard that Hoth is in there, my friend. I heard about that. Let me fill up table 44, the coal table.
Right, I'll see you shortly. There's a meteorite that hit the ground near here. I want to check it out. It won't take long.
And I don't think it's going to take long for Hot Toys to come out with a Snowtrooper, dude. It is freaking frightening how high they are. You saw that one that sold for $1,400, dude. So that's quite a bit more than the one you sold some years ago. But $859 is the average, $459 for the Battlefront trending up, Snowtrooper ESB. So it's MMS $397. So, dude, it wasn't that long ago. It was after, because like if you look at the First Order Snowtroopers, MMS 323,
right?
So this is way after that, MMS 397.
I have no idea. Like I said, I didn't even know that thing existed at all. No clue whatsoever.
Can you see them coming out with that in 40th anniversary packaging? Like one thing on May 4th. I've been saying it for a while.
ESB or like a Battlefront again?
No, ESB. Because right now Star Wars is way hotter than when it was when this came out. And I think that 492 it's showing that's when it came out with Last Jedi.
I mean, anything's possible. I don't know. The fact that they're that expensive on eBay, it would justify that for them. But the popularity of that character at this point, unless he, like you said, appears somewhere now, maybe. But
Andor series for sure.
Yeah, so if he appears again, then there's a reason. Right now, he hasn't been anywhere, so no. But if he comes out somewhere, absolutely.
All right, so I want to go ahead. We got 100 in here. Please go ahead and smash the like button. You are watching the Market Show live here with the Dark Jedi Aries Tarrington. And is it possible you're watching the man who has the largest 6-scale collection in the galaxy?
No.
And I say,
Hell
yes.
no.
And who is sitting at table 1 with Darth Vader?
Everything that happens now is happening now.
What happened to then?
We passed then.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When?
Just now.
Oh.
So, Fabio, is it possible that we get a Lord helmet on May 4th?
Imagine. Lord help.
Is that what they call them? They call them Lord Helmet or Dark Helmet? Lord Helmet, Dark. I think they call them both Spaceballs.
Yeah. Can you imagine? That'd be awesome.
Oh my God.
Buy that in a heartbeat.
And who is sitting with the droids at table 10?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the next thing I want to talk about here on some of these other ones. OG Mando. Here's an interesting thing, Fabio. I need your opinion on this. I haven't seen this before. OG Mando, guess what? Is trending up. And OG Mando is trending down. It's trending up. It's trending down. It's really not a riddle. I'm not even trying to play games. So for the first time ever, and this has not happened over the last couple weeks, this has been happening. And I actually talked to Ray at Hawk Wars Toys about this quite extensively a couple of months ago. And finally, I have to go ahead and bring this up. I'd love to get your perspective on this. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the market value chart. Probably OG, it'll pop up. Let's see if it does. Hit the return button, see if that made it. Maybe not. Let me put in manned and see if that pops it up. There we go. All right, so check this out. I put in manned, and you see on the screen here, TMS 007, sold out. 271, trending up, trending down. The first time ever on the market value chart. Now, it's been doing this since the fall of last year. It's trending up and down. So I'm not playing. I gotta put this up for you. I've never seen this before. With this particular figure. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna put up the OG Mando here on the screen. And all right, and just bear with me here, Fabio. Sold March 10th, $325, 11 bids. Great seller. Over 850 feedback, positive feedback. I'm gonna pull up another one now on the OG Mando. Okay. Around the same time, $215 with 18 bids. Great seller, almost 1,100 feedback. Let me pull another one up here on the screen for you for the OG Mando. Pulling this up on the screen. Everyone, bear with me here on the chat.
And they're all used. Also,
yeah.
Forget
March
that.
14th, $305 at 15 bids.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a whole lot of feedback, but positive, over 20. Okay. Let's go to another one here. Okay. 305. And then you go to another one. $243. 210, 325, 300, 240. This figure I've been noticing. And look, I can go on and on and on. I could probably show you 24 of these. And I'll be honest with you, Fabio. I have never seen this with a figure, but it's not a recent thing. It's been doing it since the fall. And people would ask me, Aries, should I buy this for $300? And I say no. And they say, but I'm seeing it sell. But I said, but I'm also seeing it sell for $200. I don't see that happen with any other figure except this one. What the hell's going on with this figure, dude? It's all over the place.
Well, I'm just going to assume that, number one, they're all used. So that's one. Number two, what could affect, the fluctuation of the prices like that? So it's going to be specific situation per figure seller. It could be, if you read the details on each figure, there may be some damage in one, something missing, Let's assume they're all equally perfect. Nothing's missing. They're all 100%.
Yep, I did. You never know, but I checked each one of these, right? Make sure they're all perfect, supposedly.
Okay. Right. So they're all, the same. They're all perfect. They're all complete. They all come with shipper. The only thing I'm going to assume is, the way that they were, were they all auctions? I didn't see that.
Yeah, they were all auctions.
Okay.
And I've seen a lot of listings go. I've seen some of the listings come out the same thing, 275, 250. There's like no rhyme or reason.
So it was just
some of them 350.
Yeah, so it was just luck. It was just that moment where they were being, auctioned off. Somebody really wanted it, was willing to go that high, boom. Because it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? And again, they're used. Remember that they're used. So it doesn't, I don't understand why they go so low.
Yeah, like this one's 325 with 11 bids, so it's not like it had like one bid, right? And I just had the one for 245 up, and I can go ahead and put this one up for $305. Again, has the clamshell on it, 15 bids, and then I could pull this one up again, $215, and I've seen quite a few of them that have sold.
See, so that $215, it's weird. You know what I mean?
That's very, very weird.
Because it doesn't add up. The other ones at least are over 300. This is not at all. So I don't know. I don't know if it's because of, the amount of bids, the amount of, if he had no reserve price, if he had, I don't know. I have no idea. This doesn't make any sense.
And Hawk Wars puts in here, good to have Ray in the house. Hawk Wars toys. Once the blur comes out, this will jump again. I agree.
Well,
I do agree it will.
Aren't they making a double pack with OG Mando and the blurg? So for the people, and they have the single blurg as well, I believe. So, so yes and no. You're gonna have the people who already have him buying just the blurg, and you're gonna have people who don't have him buy the double pack of the blurg and OG Mando. And and then you have the ones that really want it at this moment, and they're gonna buy, they're gonna buy it right off, wherever they find it.
Yeah, and Hawk Wars also says one shot during Mando with the OG suit, and this will skyrocket again. Oh, for sure, I don't think they're gonna make, Fabio, that many of that freaking OG Mando on the blurg, though. To be honest with you, it is so low. Like we'll take a look at Sideshow. It's like they're all so. The OG Mando and the freaking blurg and Quill and the blurg, dude, they're like by the jet. Actually, one of the jet troopers is ahead of it, the red one. Dude, it's not a good sign. The blurg is below both jet troopers.
Yeah.
By itself.
And this thing also, don't forget, this is the very first Mandalorian. No matter what happens with the Mandalorian show, this is the original. It has to hold its value. It'll go up eventually to a very, very expensive amount, because at the end of the day, even though they're going to reissue it with the blurg, it doesn't matter. Once that hype is done, you're going to see, because there's no reason for them to make that ever again. They could keep giving us, let's say we go to Mandalorian season 5. We're still going to be getting Mandalorian from those seasons, but we're never going to get an OG Mando ever again. You know what I mean? So
I totally agree.
That's why this figure is always going to hold its value no matter what.
And that's exactly where it's going to go. And then Joe P puts in, so from March to April, it dropped about 100 in value. No. That's why I have it up on the screen, Joe. Love your avatar, by the way. Let's go Lando series. OG Mando's trending up and down. I can't put my finger on this. It's a very interesting discussion. This is the only figure that I see all over the place. You would never see this with the animated Fett. You don't see it with the Dark Side Anakin. You don't see it with the Rey and Dio. You don't see it. You don't see it with this figure. You see it all over the place. It's real interesting. I do believe at the end of the day, it will catch traction and it will rise. He's too important of a character. He's selling way too much. And the whole thing about him coming with the blurg, you can get it if you want, but you got to spend $600 for that. They're not going to make very many of that at all, because no one's pre-ordering it. It is low, 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 and it's too expensive to make. Those are all going to be limited runs in my view. But if you're looking for the OG Mando right now, use patience is what I'm trying to get at here. It's trending up and trending down. This is, Fabio, in my opinion, a great example.
But remember, being
patient,
specific about they're used. You have to make sure you bring that up because a lot of people just assume it's the figure in general. No, used figures.
Yeah. And if it sells brand new, it always goes for more money. Always a lot more confident in it. And especially because there's a lot available, to be quite frank, because it's the Mandalorian, that you could still get brand new. Some people will choose on that figure, Fabio, maybe to just get it new. So that's interesting. Could that be the reason on that one? They didn't make as much of that one as the best car versions of the Mando. But let's be honest, that was Mando. They probably made a good amount of them. Probably people know, that recently just came out. I want to get it new. Why the hell am I not going to get it new? That could be affecting it, that one.
The original Mando, they made plenty. They made plenty of pieces of that. So there's no, it's not a limited amount. It's not, no, at all. Like I said, what's happening is we're going to keep getting Mando after Mando after Mando, but they're all going to be newer, upgraded, updated, Mandos. We're never going backwards to that one, So at once this blurg is done, there's no reason for them to make it again, and that's when it's going to start going up, and it'll stay, as high as possible because of that reason.
94 in here, Market Chart Show, live. Smash the like button. Jared Bunnell with a $5 drop. Thank you so much, my friend. And I think you meant to say this. Hey, we need drinks over here, too. You always ignore table 2187. Also, would you please tell Luke we're going to have some company? Well, listen, baby. I'll go ahead and fill you up. I'll give you a good one at table. What is it? 20. That's a pretty, man. We have a lot of tables in here, dude. 2187. My goodness gracious. Here you go, baby. Let me fill you up. This is who you're sitting with.
General Kenobi. You are a bold one.
And you have to wonder, is Grievous coming on the May 4th week? I would lose my damn mind. There you go, Jared. If Grievous comes out at your table 2187, is it possible this is what you'll do in the morning, bro? And I say yes.
2187 is also P-Rock's hotel room.
And the Man of Hot Collectibles is in here. Hello there. Better late than never. Good.
He's always late. It's always him.
He's the one that's late.
He's always late. Unbelievable.
Absolutely. I think he was hanging out with TK FOMO, he said tonight. That's what he told me.
Suck it.
Hanging out with TK FOMO and CT Suckett is the Man of Hot Collectibles. What's up to you, my friend? Good to have you in here. Please check out the show with Dante and I from this past Saturday. It was absolutely epic. I got it at 6scalecantina.com. Very, very interesting. We're definitely going to keep an eye on that, Fabio, but that figure is all over the place. But I would certainly recommend that people be patient on that one. But you're right. Make sure you ask a lot of questions if you're getting a deal on it. Yep. But very, very interesting indeed. Let's continue. Let's go back to 6scalecantina.com. I'll place it up onto the screen and talk about some of these other figures that are in here for sure. And I will go ahead and move this other banner as we go ahead and do that and share the screen. So, all right, Fabio, biggest mover section. No surprise with Obi-Wan Kenobi. I talked about this last week. This figure, deluxe or regular, absolutely through the roof. So is the Obi-Wan from A New Hope. Very interesting staying with the OT, even though it's not the OT. Chewbacca by himself from The Force Awakens also going through the roof. I mean, I can pull up the A New Hope Chewbacca, which is selling all day long. This is without the 2-pack, dude. Okay? You see here, $502 for a New Hope Chewbacca all day long at those particular prices. I can pull up the Force Awakens Chewbacca now, and I already knew this from last year what was going on with this. $405 with 27 bids. Absolutely crazy.
Look at the name, The Collector. He's in here right now.
Is that The Collector?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's funny. It's insane where these are going. I could put Han A New Hope up, and Han by himself, if this will pop up here onto the screen, just pulling that up for you, my friend. There we go. $700 back from the end of February. And when you pull up everything, Han, MMS 261, you don't get anything. Like, it's crazy. $850 or best offer. This ain't even the damn 2-pack.
Yeah.
$750. 15 watchers. Woo. $750. We got to watch that one.
So you know
at that price. $949. There's a deal. I should $1,200. I mean,
so you know what that means. You know what that means.
No, tell me.
Hot Toys has Han Solo in their sights right now for a reissue at some point. 100%.
All right. Well, listen. That brings me to this section when we're looking at this here. This is going to be the new topic I want to talk about. Figures from the crypt. When you're looking at this Han, look at these prices. Insane. And let's go ahead, Fabio. I put this together just for you. When we do this, figures from the crypt.
That's awesome.
And the first figure from the crypt that I am going to put up, and this should be pretty interesting. Let me go ahead and get it here. Here it is. I'm going to put up 2 of these. So what am I showing you here? Figure from the crypt. When they came out with this Bespin Leia, they teased Bespin Han. I mean, there he is with the right outfit off on the side. And it wasn't just in one happenstance. You know, if they did this with Mace when the Django came out, everyone would lose their mind. Everyone would lose their mind, and you know it. But putting this up, here's another tease that they did. I mean, I could tell that's the smiling head sculpt. I mean, I just think that it is right there. But the whole outfit is the Bespin Han. So even though they didn't show this, you know, at a toy fair, this was still teased several times with the Bespin Leia. Could this be a figure from the crypt? Dude, we just got Bespin Luke. Give me your thoughts on this. I'm relating into those crazy prices just for Han. And you're seeing it with Chewbacca now. It's not lopsided. You know, that Tarkin and Vader is a little lopsided, I'm going to be honest. Although that Vader's tracking up, it's around 300, 325. It's way different here. The Chewbacca's way high, and freaking Han is insane.
Han and Chewie will always hold that value. Like I said, Hot Toys, the moment those prices are going, going that high for any figure, you better believe they're coming for that figure. You said they teased this. I don't remember when this Bespin Leia came out. They could have used this Chewie and this Han from the double pack, the original double pack
Mhm.
that they made, or like they tend to do, they snuck it in there to hint at the fact that their new one's coming. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think that they did this without like hinting.
And now going back to Luke, if they're giving us, think about this now, they're giving us single figures for the Luke double pack, right? So we're getting one figure, two head sculpts, two hair sculpts, right?
Mhm.
So that means, like we talked about earlier, Dante's right, then we're getting the battle damage next. So instead of getting a double pack for Han and Chewie, what we're going to get is a single Han, a single Chewie, if they decide to do anything like that.
And I say yes. I think you're right on with that. 103 in here. Please go ahead and smash the like button. You are watching the Dark Jedi. You are watching Fabio. I'm from 6 Scale Cantina. He's from FabsFigures. This is the Market Show Live. Doc is in the house. Good to have Doc Smizel in here. They gave her the hands to hold Han's hands. That is a damn good point. If you have this figure, which I do, Doc, that is a very valid point. It has to be coming. They did actually do the hands specifically, Fabio, to hold his hands. As a matter of fact, she doesn't even come with a gun. This is the only Leia that doesn't even come. Even the freaking sequels Leia comes with a gun. This was specifically made for this. And I'll be honest with you. They were teasing this Han right when they were coming out with that first prototype tease of the Bespin Luke. So everybody's like, hey, where's the Han? Where's the Han? Where's the Han? Is it possible? Now that we got the Luke, even though that was at a show, this was here purposefully. The reason they gave this April 13th, let's just be honest. Why the frack? Why the Falca carb do you come out with Bespin Luke on the 13th? Did he just wake up and just have an epiphany? Oh, let me make some calls. Yeah, release it. Did the Hot Toys wizard just, give him a knuckle sandwich on his head or just kind of hit him on the forehead? I was like, oh, sure, wizard. I'll just put it out on the 13th. Could this be? Dude, if they did this on May 4th week, oh my God.
See, I don't. Something
I would
like,
love it.
But
they can give it to me tomorrow.
But that's the thing. A reissue on that epic week, I hope not. I hope if they do something, obviously it's going to be updated, which I think it will be if they do announce anything like that. Just like they changed Luke's head, Luke's face, the hair. They're definitely going to do the same for him, hopefully. What are they going to do? I have no idea, but they're going to give us probably a different look. And hopefully, what are they going to do? Give us 2 hair sculpts? So that's going to be interesting to see what they add as for accessories to the figure, which is always something to think about. But there's no reason why this shouldn't come, especially looking at this, right in front of our eyes, that's hitting in plain sight.
Cypher9 says May 4th, Hot Toys Bespin Han 2-pack, but he's calling the 2-pack, not the Chewbacca, Fabio. Bespin Han plus Han in carbonite. Is it possible?
That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah, dude, DX. Does that have DX all over it, dude?
That's a DX right there. Absolutely.
I mean, how the hell? Okay, so can you come out with Bespin Luke and not have Bespin Han be a DX? Does it fit to have Bespin Han be a DX?
I don't remember. Was the double pack yeah? So
no.
The double pack of Chewie and Han, was that a DX?
No,
it wasn't. So no, but they will make it a DX if they're gonna add the carbonite diorama. So absolutely, and they'll make more money on it. Absolutely.
So here's the great thing on that. With 105 in here, smash the like button. Listen, baby, I've been saying for a while, these head sculpts are rich. Dude, I have the hands. I was pulling them out last week. The Stormtrooper Han Solo, the A New Hope Han Solo. I even pulled them out with Dante on the Saturday show when it was him and I one-on-one with Cantina Live. Can you imagine if they reused those sculpts, but they did the paint job, they redid the hair a little bit, and they gave you freaking the rolling eyes function? Dude, that would be sick. Because
Yeah,
there'd be a lot you could capture with that.
yeah,
If you could do the rolling eyes, now you're not just moving the damn head every spot to try and get the right angle.
yeah. No, they're like I said, it'll be updated just as much as Luke's head was updated. Completely different expression on the head, on the face. Obviously tweaked hair somewhat, and yeah, whatever else they decide to add to it, which is what's going to make it interesting, for the figure. But 100%.
Chewie's Bandolier says, could Hot Toys do Han and Carbonite? Yeah, same thing. Sideshow did a good one. Yep, absolutely. I think that I agree with you, Fabio. I think that would be a great DX. Jared Burnell says, please no, I just bought the Sideshow Carbonite. I feel you. Hawk Wars Toys says, Bestman Han and a 2-pack of Chewie and C-3PO. You can pack on Chewie's back or put together. A lot of people want that, Fabio. Chewbacca and C-3PO, and I want that too, because that's just one of the best scenes. You know what I want more though, Ray? I want C-3PO and R2 pack. That's what I want.
Yeah,
but I would love this too. But I think that can be something later.
yeah. Well, Ray doesn't really know much, but everybody does want C-3PO, because obviously, for the obvious reasons. But yeah, don't listen to Ray. Only sometimes.
Only listen to Ray sometimes. we're only playing with you. Ray, is this what they call you?
They call him the Wizard.
And with the droids, who needs a refill at table 10?
BB-8, hold on!
And where is Grogu? Grogu needs a refill. Let's fill him up. And let us fill up table 66. Whoever dares sit there.
Good.
Boy, dude, that was so over the top perfect. It's so over the top perfect from freaking Revenge of the Sith. All right. We're going to continue on with this with this segment, and we're going to go to the next figure. And while I pull it up, let's get ready for the next figure that could possibly come from the crypt.
You know what that sounds like? He-Man.
He-Man. Skeletor. Come on, baby. Come on. From the crypt. Is it possible? And I say, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Here's what I want to know, Fabio. You got the Obi-Wan series coming out. And I talked about this with Dante, the Man of Hot Collectibles, back on Saturday. You already got 3 Lukes up on pre-order, and I called that you were going to have 3 to 5 Lukes on pre-order once we start getting into the series this year, because Star Wars was just as popular as Marvel. You see all the freaking Lokis that have up. You see the Iron Mans. You see the Spider-Mans. Luke is that equivalent of a top-tier character for Star Wars, and that's why, I think you're going to get another surprise with Luke. But I think Obi-Wan as well. You got an Obi-Wan series. I just don't see how they dismiss this just because they got to put out a figure from the new series. You could have multiple Obi-Wans up at once.
I feel like that would be the sale point for this figure. The fact that, we talk about the animated Boba Fett. Look how well that did, and it has nothing to do with the original color scheme or color, of the Boba Fett figure. You know what I mean? It's a completely different figure. Colors aren't the original colors of the figure, and look what it's going for. So I personally think that we need more figures like that, not because of the value, but because they don't make as many, number one. And number two, they're different. it's not your typical character, what he looks like, on the show, in the movie. It's something completely different that changes the look of the character. So that's what I like about rare figures like this. This could be a special edition, limited edition. The outfit it looks like it's easy enough for them to make 1, 2, 3. Doesn't look like it takes a lot of design, a lot of time to make. I'm just assuming. I don't know, but from what it looks like. So I would love something like this, 100%. But we know that stuff like this is very rare. So,
and you bring up a really good point on this one, my friend, and specifically, it's like I just feel like it's so important. I almost lost my thought there. It's going to come back to me. It's just so important to release this figure. Oh, there it is. With other Obi-Wans. Even when we didn't have the Book of Boba Fett show and we didn't know Boba Fett was going to make any appearance at all in The Mandalorian, you had the vintage color Boba Fett ESB up the same damn time, the same movie as the ESB in 40th with the packaging. So certainly now it would make even more sense to do that because they're completely different.
And that's another point. We have the animated Boba Fett. We have what's the one you just mentioned?
The vintage color Boba Fett, and they had the ESB deluxe one at the same time, 40 packaging.
But see how they're all different. And that's my point. We should be getting different Vaders. I don't mind. Vader. Yeah, we get it. He's all black, but I wouldn't mind a completely different colored Vader with some some red or something. Like an evil. Like I would love exclusives like that, limited edition figures like that. 100%. That makes it more exciting to have the original look with an alternate look next to it. That's awesome.
I should be promoting this in the next figure or two. I told you at the beginning of the show that I have some inside information from the Hot Toys wizard on Star Wars Hot Toys. We're going to be leading up to it. Fabio is dying for me to talk about this. Look, this is inside information from the Hot Toys wizard. You're going to spill your damn coffee. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're really going to do it. And go ahead and put a bib on. It's going to be like this. But right now, let's go to the next figure, which is not the news, from Figures from the Crypt. And here you go, baby. So, is it possible? This Purge Trooper, very relevant with the second sister, very relevant, I believe, with this Obi-Wan series. I think they're going to have Purge Troopers in here. This would be the mold that they would use, Fabio, for the Purge Troopers. And I think just for that reason alone, with how popular the clones are, how popular Cody is, how he skyrocketed within the secondary market, these clone troopers that they tease, this and the 212 coming out from the crypt. Now that we've got the Bespin Luke, look, that's why we're talking about this stuff. This is an absolute easy mustard. All these OT figures, now they're going to give us a ton of these, but this relates to the Purge Trooper. It makes sense.
This figure right here, posed next to Cody, would look incredible. The colors are just like Cody's. Obviously, there's more. I think there's black on his chest. The helmet is my favorite part of this figure. I love the helmet. I love I'm more inclined to preferring the Phase 3 helmets. I like them, better. They make the troopers look a lot cooler in my opinion. So I would 100% buy this figure immediately. No questions asked.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. I don't know what you think the chances are of us getting clone troopers. The week of May 4th. But I'll be real honest with you. I have a gut feeling that we're absolutely going to be getting one clone trooper May 4th week. I really believe we are.
I hope so. I mean, for them at least, it's an easy sell. You know, they got everything for them. It's a 1, 2, 3. You don't get a head sculpt. You know, they're not cheap. So it'd be easy money for them, you know, and they sell a lot of these troopers all the time. So it's a money move for them if they decide to go that route.
Star Killer says this would look awesome next to my Cody. You ain't kidding. Don't think that they're not thinking about that, my friend, at all. And the collector, Single Sword Rider says finish the Bad Batch, and I think that they will. Last year you got Echo, although the Bad Batch is not going to be on currently, Fabio, during May 4th week this year. So I don't think we get Crosshair or Wrecker, or I think you're going to get them. I think you're going to get them when they come out with that series again. I think that this May 4th you get a different clone. Maybe this Airborne Trooper, maybe the 212, maybe Fives, maybe Clone Commander Wolf, maybe Gree. Any of them. There's so many that they can make, dude. We can go on. Where's Clone Commander Fox? Hell, Fox would go freaking fantastic with some of the figures that are out right now. What about Bly? Clone Command. I mean, any of these freaking clones. And we've looked at it before, you and I, in the secondary market. Those clones I'm talking about from Sideshow, like, go try and buy Wolf right now. It's insane.
Yep, exactly. So that's why it's a smart move for them to make. They'll never not make any money with troopers. Everybody, doesn't matter what trooper it is. For some reason, the only trooper that made no money were the jet troopers. Again, they look super cool. I have a white one. I have the white one and the red one. Again, in my opinion, they look great, but for some reason they're like $100 now. But people love troopers, they love troopers. So that's why Hot Toys constantly gives us troopers, because they're an easy money for them.
Please go ahead and smash this like button. You are watching the Market Chart Show live. And in case you don't know who I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington. I'm serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk, all the Hot Toys talk, along with Fabio from FabsFigures. Go ahead and smash that like button. And look, if you're not subscribed to FabsFigures, let's go, baby. I got the link to Fabio within the video description below. If that's too hard for you, type in FabsFigures in YouTube. It'll come up. And click subscribe. It's real easy. Come on, baby. It should be as easy as coming out with that Mace Windu for Howard Chan. Come on. And while you're at it, you see the little ticker below. If this is the first time you're watching the Dark Jedi, you absolutely want to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I do so very much appreciate your support. Bob Dillon is in the house. Good to see Bob. Gimme agree. Oh, boy. Jared says, give me Bly. Oh, boy. Don't tease me. Come on. I really do. Single Sword Rider said, smash that like button, people. Come on. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's go ahead and do it. And Basic Biatch says, easy sell, easy make. Oh, for sure. For sure. So listen, you have to wonder, what kind of inside scoop did I get from the Hot Toys Wizard earlier today? And the inside scoop is that the motions are starting to turn now at Hot Toys. For this figure, I'll give you a hint. From the crypt. It is a figure from the crypt. Here you go. And this is a call that Fabio made. Was it last week or I think it was 2 weeks ago?
Well,
2 weeks ago.
I've been saying that for a while, because I noticed that when Hot Toys, they tease a figure and it disappears. Not all of them, but they do make some over time. So because of the fact that I saw that they had made, I think it was the Shore Trooper Commander, I believe, or whatever it was, the Shore Trooper that they made for Rogue One, The moment they released that figure, I said, you know what? They're going to continue the line. So I knew right away. So that was one. That was my first sign. Then it was the assault trooper, the tank assault trooper. And I was like, oh, they're going to keep going with Rogue One. Absolutely. So that's when I knew right away. And I could find the streams where I said, this is coming 100%. But because, it's been so long since it was teased, you kind of like, you get depressed. You're like, oh, they're not going to make it. But I always had something in the back of my mind saying, this is coming, because it's such a crucial, character, not only for the line, but in the movie. So, it's going to be a great release.
There's no damn way, and you hit it right on the head, and this is the big news. Hot Toys Wizard, inside information, Baze Malbus. Is it possible that he's coming? And I say yes.
Oh.
Look, it's a great call you did, Fabio, because, listen, here's the deal. They would never in a million years come out with a trooper for the sequels right now. Never. It's not going to happen. You know it, and I know it, and everybody in the chat knows it. They're just not going to do it right now. I'm not saying never. I'm not going to be that way. But when they started coming out with not only one figure you're like, okay, maybe there was some kind of weird thing. 2 figures, Fabio.
Yeah.
2 Rogue One figures. There's no damn reason you put that out if they don't think it's going to sell. Right there, you could start putting stuff together. And you've been saying it all along.
Yep. This figure is, the moment they teased it, I was like, oh my God, this is coming. This has to come. Again, because of the fact that it's a head sculpted figure. That's number one. That's a big deal figure right there. If it was a trooper, different story, easier to make. But this has been, way too long since they teased it, which is why I was like, you know what, maybe not, because again, with Hot Toys, you never know. But the moment they released those 2 troopers, I was like, it's coming. It has to come. And I have a feeling that it'll probably be the last figure for Rogue One.
You think it'll be the last one? What makes you think that'll be the last there, brother?
Just because to end the line with that figure. I just think, you know what I mean? Like save the best for last type thing. So whatever's coming, they'll keep coming. But the last figure for that line will be Baze Malbus.
Well, let me ask you a question. What about well, here's the thing. But CT603, friend of CT Suckett, says Saw Gerrera. But I think Saw Gerrera, Forrest Whitaker's already confirmed for the Andor series. So they give you him in the Andor series, right?
Right. And we talked about this, last week, I think. This was my pick for the character that we were talking about. 100%. He's a great character as well. But number one, he hasn't been teased. There's no doubt that we may get an announcement for him. You know what I mean? But the reason why, Baze to me is a big deal was because he was already previously teased, which is what makes him more realistic. It does not mean that because Saw Gerrera wasn't teased that it's impossible. No, not at all. Because again, I just said we could get an announcement for him. But Baze is more, on my radar because of the fact that, to complete the entire Rogue One line.
Well, a single songwriter puts in, I'm so glad he did. My Chirrut Imwe stands alone, waiting for his friend Baze Malbus, Guardians of the Wills. And I say, yes. You know what, Fabio? He brings up a great point. It's going to get me going here. They are the Guardians of the Wills. They are, both of them are. You know what they did with the Nightmare of Batman. Come on, do I have to speak any further? Because, dude, is it possible? I mean, you never know with Hot Toys, but I can see them give. Can you imagine them giving you this thing? But you can only get it if you get Chirrut.
Oh, I would still get it.
I would still get it too, but I can see him doing that. I can see him pulling it off.
I mean, yes and no. The reason why I don't see them doing this again is because, it's such a big deal figure. It deserves to be on its own.
I'd rather be on its own.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, we can't put it past Hot Toys to give us a 2-pack of this, because don't forget that Chirrut is going for really, really high on eBay right now. You know what I mean? It's not a cheap figure. So to introduce you one figure, they'll give you Baze. To kill the market on eBay with Shirt, they'll give you him. So that's why I don't put it past them to give us a double pack. But I feel like Baze would come by himself.
Sinister says, Andor is a key character missing from Rogue One. You know, he brings up a great point. They have a freaking movie coming out, a show, a TV series, Andor series, and they don't got this character from the movie as well. So you would automatically assume, well, obviously, we're getting Cassian Andor from the Andor series. That's a given. Hot Toys is always going to give you at least, the very least, a main character from every TV show. So you get Cassian Andor. But Fabio, does that mean that we never get it for Rogue One? Or do they give us the one from Andor, then they wait a little bit, and then in a year or two, they're like, hey, by the way, we never did come out with that Rogue One figure, and they go ahead and they put that out, reuse that head sculpt? I say yes, but what do you say?
1,000%. 1,000%. Because, like you just said, they'll reuse that head sculpt, and they'll tweak it to give us a version for Rogue One. Absolutely, 100%. And what do? They made us wait that long, years after Rogue One, right? They'll come out with a figure specifically for the Andor show, which is obviously, a character from Rogue One. 2 birds with 1 stone right there.
What do you think of this from Basic Biatch? Love these names. Bad news. All the remaining Boba Fett 2-pack figures are sleeping with the fishes, like Luca Brazzi in the Pacific. All right, Fabio, talk to me about this. What do you think about that? Boy, that would be would be a damn shame.
Yeah, I don't know where is this true? Like, where did he get this from? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know anything about this. I don't know. Let me
know. Where'd you get that, Basic? Because are they with Luca Brazzi? Really? They're sleeping with the fishes. Oh my goodness, great. I mean, can you imagine if something
you hear about containers ending up in the water, but how do we know that this is specifically Boba Fett's container?
Yeah. How do we know? Dude, that would be freaking
devastating.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. And look, right where we're about to, I think the Hot Toys Wizard. Are we going to get an interruption from the Hot Toys Wizard? And I say, yes.
Oh no.
Your worst nightmare is here.
From the crypt.
You know what? Just for the record, Fabio pretty much Fabio said everything I said before. So he's just copying me then. And that's bad. Not for nothing.
This is why I.
How you doing, guys?
We're doing good. Do you know this is what we're doing right now, right?
That's how Dante laughs.
You know what? That laugh reminds me. You got it from Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Oh my god, that's just way too funny.
From somewhere, but it's like so familiar, man. Listen, I was listening to you guys very closely. Very good, very, very good predictions, man. And even though I said after we spoke on your show the other day, Aries, that we were talking about, Baze, and I said, I don't think it's gonna happen unless this. I really hope it happens, man. Like, it will be fantastic.
This is the news from
it will be
the Hot Toys Wizard. Some inside information.
If the Hot Toys Wizard said it, man, I believe it.
You know what's interesting? When you look at this shot here, right? You have Baze sandwiched in between Chirrut Imwe, in between Jyn Erso. A lot of people in the chat brought up some good points. Where's Cassian Andor? We were just talking about that before you hopped in. He's coming. They're going to make it for the series, and then they're going to issue a Rogue One figure for that. You got Forrest Whitaker in the Andor series, so you get Saul Guerrero for this. I mean, the thing that Fabio really hit is they didn't just come out with one Dante, but two Rogue One figures So you have to wonder, like, why would they do that? Because they would never, Dante, come out with sequel troopers. They just wouldn't. So why did they do it? They thought it would sell.
Yeah, I mean, anything in Star Wars will sell. Even though now it seems like everything is taking a bit longer to sell, I would definitely don't sleep on those. Like, if you can get those, troopers, short troopers at a good price. I mean, I think right now Sasha has a $20 discount, I believe, with a code. So you may want to go and get it if you haven't yet. I mean, I just would love to see Baze just to complete the freaking Rogue One line. I mean, it's been incomplete for so many years. Now with the possibility of having Andor, Saw Gerrera. So, like, I mean, I think now the planets are aligning together. So now we're gonna be able to have those lines completed. So I just can't wait, man.
Well, listen, with 90 in here, please go ahead and smash the like button. You are in here with the Dark Jedi. You are in here with Fabio from FabsFigures. And you're in here with the Maestro, Dante, from the Man of Hot Collectibles. Come on. Good to have Dante in the Cantina over here. Hey, I think we got to fill you up. I think you're with,
things,
I mean, I think you're at this table, Dante.
Everything that happens now is happening now.
What happened to then?
We passed then.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When?
Just now.
Spaceballs figures. All right, so let's go to the last of the figures of the crypt. And let me ask you guys, I pulled up some of the ones. We talked about the Bespin Han, and I was showing Fabio when we're going over the market value chart. Dante, the Han is through the roof on A New Hope. The Chewbacca from A New Hope is through the roof. The Force Awakens Chewbacca is through the roof. And I was actually pulling up, my friend, these pictures from the crypt, because this really is. They actually put this, that's the Bespin Han outfit. They had it put together. The jacket right there with the Bespin Leia. Doc Smeisel brought up a great point. They actually made this Leia to fit the hands, her hands to fit Han Solo. So in a way, it really has to be coming. And this is the image right here, my friend. They made it exactly for that. I mean, it was always a weird hand.
Wait,
and he brought up a great point of when you put that together.
I have a question about those hands. Do we know that for a fact that that Hot Toys specifically made them, or just regular relaxed hands? Because they look like relaxed hands.
You don't know it for a fact, but it does look that way.
Right.
And there's really nothing you could do with her, but because it doesn't even come with a gun.
Right. No, but her poses were this or that. You know what I mean? Because they're just relaxed hands that she came with. So that's what I'm saying. Is it purposely for that pose, or is it just a pair of relaxed hands that you're able to use in that pose?
Let us know in the chat what you think. What do you think, Dante?
That's a good point. I didn't really pay attention on the hands, but I don't know. Like, sometimes Hot Toys, maybe they had some early design for Bespin Han, and they just use a New Hope just for the sake of the picture and just kind of to create some speculation and hype, I think. But I mean, there's not a secret that Bespin Han is long time overdue. So I just hope that at one point they decided to do it, man. Like, they already started with the right foot with Bespin Luke, so now give us Bespin Han, give us maybe, like you said the other day on your show, Aries, we were talking about Hoth Luke, Hoth Leia. Hoth Han. I mean, just imagine if we get all those. Like, that will blow your mind, man. Just imagine waking up tomorrow morning and you see Hoth Luke Skywalker. What would you do? What the wizard is gonna do?
The wizard. I think the wizard would, do this. We got to fill up Grogu, Dante. Sorry. Wait, what was that? What was that, Dante? Would you do? I felt like you played a flute in the background there or something.
No, I'm saying, like, it will be, what you should do, Aries, next time. There is an announcement, like a crazy announcement from Star Wars. You should have your wife record you while you're looking at Facebook, and so you can screen your profile like,
these are like one of those pictures.
I can't wait to see that.
you put in, like, you see some of these videos and the people are like this where they went like toy hunting or so they open the box and they're like I just put my picture on the banner. Everyone's like, oh yeah, let's click, let's go.
With some coffee like spinning. Oh man. I drink let me tell you, today I got like maybe there's 5 cup of coffees, man. It was like I couldn't, like, I just need coffee. 5 first time.
Only 5.
I could tell he's tired.
No, I don't drink. Listen, I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I started drinking coffee literally like a year ago. I never drank coffee before, But then one day I was, you know what? I'm just gonna get some coffee, and then I started getting like into it every day. 1 cup of coffee, 1 cup of coffee. Then started to do 2 cup of coffee, then 3 cup of coffees, and that was my tops 3. But some days I've been getting 4, but today I got 5, and I was like, damn.
I need some coffee already, and it's not even the morning yet. What is the Dark Jedi going to do? Are we going to get an announcement tonight? Are we going to get a reveal? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get it. Maybe Marvel, maybe DC. I know we're going to get a bunch of Star Wars closing this up for May 4th week. So I think maybe we don't get anything until then, but you never know with them. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, what could it be? I think we're getting closer and closer to the Transport Trooper. I think we're gonna see that one dropping anytime. The Transport Trooper, I think. Miles Morales, I also think that we're gonna see that one coming. Wonder Woman.
Cable. Wonder Woman.
It's funny.
I think
it's funny you say that. I just got the notification that my gold Wonder Woman is going to be shipping soon. So, yeah, see?
That could be tonight. Yep, there it is.
There she is. So, hopefully, we'll see.
I know. Here's the thing. We just got the Bespin Luke, which made no sense coming when it did. I'm just glad that it did. So I think we're going to get some interesting things May 4th week, to say the least. But I almost feel like, it's 2 weeks away from May 4th. So maybe this week you get more DC, you get more Marvel, and they do it again, DC and Marvel next week. You get Marvel next week, and then you concentrate on Star Wars May 4th week. But you never know. Maybe they could just keep dropping stuff. I mean,
yeah, you never know. I think by the time you made a good point, Aries, because when May 4th is in a few weeks, rather, right? So I think we're gonna see more Marvel and DC coming, perhaps some Star Wars, but I don't think they're gonna be main characters. I think what we're gonna see more, despite the possibility of having Anakin from Clone Wars, I think we're gonna see more troopers coming. Some DC, because they need to move the inventory, man. They're getting like super slow. But with the lockdown in China, maybe some things are getting more delayed. So maybe there's a possibility that we see maybe announcements. I mean, Bob Dylan made a good point. Announce Toby, Andrew, and Electro. I can see that happening between now and next week. Probably some type of announcement.
So can I. That's a great point. I think Bob's right. You get 1 or 2 of them. Because you're going to have to concentrate. They did it last year. Do you guys remember? During the May 4th week, we got a ton for Star Wars. I mean, you got Quill, you got the Blur, you got Stormtrooper Commander, you got Echo. We got a lot.
I just hope they do some legacy character, something special, like something big, so people can be like, oh, shoot, they can talk about it. And you know what? I have a feeling that that's what they're going to do, because maybe they want to draw some attention to them. Because last year, Sideshow got the attention, right? With Grievous. Everyone was very happy to see that, we were told it's going to be fixed, it's going to be better, whatever, the drill. But at least they got their attention. So maybe Hatos do something like that. I don't know.
I was talking about this with my insiders, and we got 90 in here. Please smash that like button for 6 scale Cantina, baby. I was talking about this with the insiders yesterday, Dante and Fabio. And I was asking, would you all be disappointed if we didn't get a legacy character? Because here's the thing. We didn't get anything like a legacy character last year before May 4th from the OT, from the prequels. All of a sudden, we got the figure that most people wanted more than anything, which was the Bespin Luke. And we got it, 3 weeks before May 4th. So let me ask you, Dante, first. If they don't give us any legacy character, are you disappointed? And if you are, why did they go ahead and why didn't they just wait 3 weeks for this? Why couldn't they wait 21 days?
It's a good question. I will not be disappointed. I mean, let me. What do we consider legacy characters like Luke, Leia, Han? Darth Vader, Palpatine, Obi-Wan, right? But if they give us C-3PO and R2-D2, I mean, are those considered legacy characters? Because if they do that, I'll be more than happy.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I would think so. Oh, yeah.
Or if they do like a Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, that'd be a legacy character. Yeah, Jar Jar Binks.
I just can't imagine.
I mean,
that would be the best character to buy, so you can do memes everywhere. You can just put the Luke Skywalker hoodie. You can like put him in the throne. Palpatine's the throne. You can do so many things with that freaking figure, man. That would be nuts. I'm telling you.
Here's the thing, and they might go this route. I was bringing it up to people on the Insiders yesterday with some expanded thoughts and heightened analysis on May 4th. We did get the Bespin Luke. So if for whatever reason, there was no rhyme or reason, Howard woke up in the morning, he yawned, he poured his coffee, he said, you know what? Great day for Bespin Luke. I know May 4th is coming, but who cares? That could be number one. Or he did it because is a possible Fabio. He put it on April 13th, which makes no damn sense unless it's a specific reason. Was it to tell us you ain't seen nothing yet? Keep your eyes open for us May 4th. Was that the reason?
I never put it past Hot Toys to not wow us, to not blow our minds. Every announcement, I feel like, even though we talk about a lot of figures that we want and figures that we hope they make, I'm always shocked, no matter what. Even if it's something that I specifically said, I would love them to make blah, blah, blah. And they announce blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. So to me, any announcement is very, very exciting because, yeah, even though we got to wait, a year, 2 years, whatever, it makes me realize something's coming. You know what I mean? So that's why I get excited about these announcements. But they give us whatever it is that they want or whatever it is that they feel. Number one is going to make the money, but number two is going to cause a hype in the community as well.
Yeah, I really think, and here's and Amora says, Admiral Akbar or Greedo. Yeah, we love it. Akbar is one of Fabio's calls. Greedo is one of mine. And certainly if they make Cad Bane, all of those are on the table because it's kind of like making the alien. So I agree. Here's the interesting thing. Here's the way it works if they don't come out with a legacy character, Dante and Fabio and everyone in the chat. They just gave us Bespin Luke. And a couple of people and the Insiders brought this up saying, hey, Aries, what if they gave us Cad Bane, Boba Fett from the series, and Cobb Vanth? Because that's way superior than the Blurg and the OG Mando reissue and the Quill from last year. I'm like, you know what? I said, actually, that works. If you're going to give me Cad Bane, and you're going to give me Boba Fett, and you're going to give me freaking Cobb Vanth, and you just gave me the Bespin Luke, I'm not crying. What do you guys think if they did that?
Well, I personally, whatever they give me, whatever they announce for us, I'm happy. But, people are never happy. So,
Cad Bane's a must. I would love to have that. I do think we're going to get more, though. I do think you guys are right. I do think, honestly, the one I think that could happen, and it's starting to feel it. Do you feel it in the chat? Do you got a feeling like the Black Eyed Peas, that song? Come on.
I got a feeling.
Ooh, that May 4th's gonna be a good week. Can you imagine if we get this figure? Look, they did tease it. And look, here's the thing. Going back to the hands as I close the show. Whether it's purposeful or not purposeful, it's just a relaxed hand. I will tell you what was purposeful. This was purposeful.
That pose, absolutely.
They put him in here twice. Or more. I think actually more. At the end of the day, that's what they wanted you to believe. At the end of the day, that's what they wanted to stimulate your damn mind with. And they gave us Lando. Lando wasn't even teased in this. And they actually teased us with this Dante the same time that they were showing the Bespin Luke, the first one. As a matter of fact, I think the Luke was a little before. Dude, Luke's here. Maybe this is the one on May 4th. That would make perfect sense. Perfect sense to give us this. Because now you have Bespin Luke. Think about it. You've got Bespin Leia. You got Bespin Lando. Who you missing? Bespin Han.
That's true. Bespin
You're
Han.
missing Bespin Han as the last piece of the puzzle, and they already teased it.
Yeah, and they did it twice with with Bespin Luke. But now, I was looking at the potential releases, right? Non-Star Wars releases. So, well, Miles Morales is one of them. Wonder Woman is another one. The Grogu set that you mentioned the other day, Aries, also. And then we have the Tony Stark figure that's expected to be actually was supposed to be released in March, and that hasn't changed. The date still expected to ship March 2022, so that means that it is coming at one point, right? It wasn't pushed back at all, but then I really have a feeling that they might probably announce, I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but they will probably announce the DX Joker, the one for the Dark Knight. I think that's one of the figures that probably they're gonna be announcing, and I have a feeling that probably we're gonna see Catwoman coming sooner, because it is a scheduled January 2023. But technically, they already have this figure, so they can just pretty much rush it and do it. Just the fact that the Dark Knight Batman received really good feedback.
Yeah, I was bringing that up on some show a couple weeks ago or something like that. That I really felt that the Joker from the Christian Bale, the Joker is going to be coming from the Dark Knight is what you're meaning, right, Dante?
Right now,
Yeah,
there's
and
another.
I firmly believe that that's coming, because they've been coming out with these figures from the Christian Bale series. So the first thing I said is, where's Bane, and where's the Joker? So I'm pretty sure they're going to do it.
Now, I was looking at the Sasha website, and Finn First Order Riot Control Stormtrooper was available for a few minutes, and it was sold out already.
What, really?
Yeah, it came back to life, and then it's boom, disappeared. But there is another figure that I think is gonna probably coming very, very soon, and I think as soon as in the next few weeks, I will say. I think we're gonna get Luke Skywalker Snowspeeder pilot sooner too.
That's the one for May 4th. It would be great. Revealed 100 in here. Smash the like button. Let's go, baby. But yeah, Dante, come on.
That's what I think. And Jango Fett. Those two gotta happen. I mean, it's been long overdue, especially Jango Fett. Then we have the Dark Trooper, which is scheduled to be released in April, and Moff Gideon. And I think both those two are gonna be released together. Not same day, but maybe within the same week. It will make sense, right? It will create kind of like a magnet, right? Okay, I'm gonna get Moff Gideon. All right, let me get like 6 Dark Troopers, for example, right? I know someone is gonna do that. Someone with a white hat. But and what else? I mean, I'm just looking. So I'm just
these are good calls. I mean,
trying to predict here. The other one is from the Bad Batch. Maybe Echo. We can get Echo.
Well, here's the thing. I was talking about that earlier. The interesting thing this year, because definitely I think if the Bad Batch was on course, you get the other 2 figures, and then they give you the 5th Bad Batch clone. But because the series was delayed a couple of months or a few months or whatever, I don't think we get that. I say we actually get. I mean, we could get the who is it, Crosshair? We could get that, but I think we're going to get another clone, like a 212 Commander Fox, Clone Commander Wolf, 5s, Bly. I agree. I mean, it'd be great to finally get a prequels clone.
Right.
I really want Gree.
Quell. I think we're gonna get Quell sooner. The Blurg is also scheduled to be released.
Dude, they're either going to come out with that now, and I hope they don't come out with that May 4th week, or they're going to delay it. until the season 3. I could see them delaying that till the hype for Mando is super high with the season. Honestly, those aren't selling. Did you look at Sideshow?
Yeah.
They are so low. They are
So
low best selling, dude. They are so low.
right.
I can see if I could pull it up. Do you guys think that they would actually postpone those to try and see if they can do more with them? Or are they going to be like, you know what? These ain't going to freaking move. As soon as we can get the production time, let's call it a day. We'll make what we can. It's going to be low and be done.
Can I say something real quick? So we were talking about this on your show, Aries, on Saturday. By the way, great show, guys. You need to tune in and rewatch it because we had a blast with
Yes,
Star
it was
Wars.
freaking
Oh my
awesome.
god, it was an amazing show, especially the new intro. It's amazing.
Thank
so
you,
we-
my man.
yeah, but we were talking about this. So May, it's gonna be the 20th anniversary of Episode 2. Padme has to happen, man. It has to happen. It's simple math. We need to get Padme. We got already Count Dooku, so we need another character to complete the line. So I was told last year about Padme, and it's been pretty much silent, postponed. I haven't heard anything saying it will not happen. I was told that was in the plan and it should be announced. I still think that that's gonna be the case, and I still think that we're gonna see Padme.
Well, here you go. This is the last part of the show, the last of figures from the crypt. Let me go ahead and fill up table 66. Is Padme right? Dude, I think you're right on. We were talking about the Bespin Luke and how they spaced that out with the Mando Luke, and it went exactly pretty much as we thought when they came out with the Mando Luke. Here comes the Bespin Luke. Is this a year, Fabio? What do you think about that? What Dante's saying? I mean, that would be a great release made for it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Exactly what he said. She would complete, not complete, but she would be, another character for that line that, and it would look great, on the shelf together. I don't know if you remember, we spoke about Queen Amidala as well. She would be a good announcement. Also, a double pack would be amazing, But again, we don't know. So, but hopefully, this would be obviously, she comes out, people would be blown away, people would be shocked that she was finally released. So, so it would be a good idea to either announce it or tease something about her.
Yeah, I think all these figures are on the table, especially the Cobb Vanth and the Obi-Wan. But I think the one next, and Kit Fisto, and all of them, maybe except that diorama. Here's the real reason why I think this one's super hot and why I think you guys are on to something. This is Leia's mother, Luke's mother. This is Darth Vader's wife, right? I mean, this is his girl. They're going to flash back to this. Natalie Portman's going to have flashbacks in this upcoming series. This is I don't know if there's even a better time, guys, than now to come out with this. I feel this for May 4th. I think this would be great.
Yeah,
1000%.
Exactly what he's the reasons why he mentioned that's exactly why it would make sense for her to be announced.
And she's not considered legacy character, so might as well happen too. They can do her as a C-3PO, maybe do another R2-D2 version, throw us some troopers. I mean, they have a menu to choose, right? It's not like they have nothing else. So,
and if you don't like her, you could always buy her and customize your own Lady Thor as well.
Well, I'm talking about that. I think that's gonna happen, man. That trailer was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
So listen, let's do this right, guys. Let's actually end the segment like this.
That's Dante in the morning.
Oh my god. So Dante, man, I'm glad you popped on in. This was fun tonight.
Yeah, I was a little late.
But that's all right. We had some fun, man. You kept it going. Smash the like button, everybody. All right, let's get into this. Fabio, what's going on at Fabio World?
Fabio World.
I got some figures. What did I get?
Fabio Secret.
Oh, tomorrow I get the classic suit Spider-Man.
You
Finally,
know what to do. You know what to do.
you already have a review on it. What else? I'm getting. I just got the Wonder Woman email, so I'm getting 3 deluxes of those. Probably.
Also, I'm getting one then for review. Perfect.
And then what else? I'm getting. There was something else that was shipping. But yeah, so stay tuned for those because I got.
How many Wonder Women?
3.
Just 3.
Three
Just
deluxe.
3. Yeah. He was modest this time. He said, yeah, I'm just gonna order 3. I don't need any more. Just 3.
How many of these DX Lukes are you getting, bro? How many DX?
DX Lukes. I pre-ordered 2.
2. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I know, like after Dante mentioned the whole battle damage, I was like,
Yeah, I guess you're gonna get 2 of those.
Right, exactly.
What if they come out with Han? How many of those are you gonna get?
Oh, probably 2 as well.
Probably 2.
Yeah.
That one actually probably 3 because you can keep 2 to sell.
No, because you gotta think about it. Then you're gonna have to, because again, the reason why that double pack of Han and Chewie was so popular was because back when they made those, they weren't making as many pieces as they are now. So if they make it now, forget it. It'll be on the shelf for a long time, and then once they sell out, then you can make the money. So, but I don't have much room to keep these boxes here that much longer. So I'm not trying to get 3, 4, 5 out of them, anymore.
Right, and actually I got my Han Solo and Chewie from Fabio though. I got the brand new seal.
Double
That's
pack,
awesome.
brand new sealed. Yep.
And
Brand new
freaking
seal, only displayed.
Before we get to Man of Hot here, Sinister SMR says, hoping for a Snowspeeder Luke or Django drop tonight. Look, it could happen. They have to release a lot. So, the logic that I'm using that they have to, Marvel this week, DC this week or next week because it's going to be Star Wars week. Look, they may just want to throw stuff out, get stuff out, but we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be epic. You just got the Bestman Luke. We'll see what happens. Dante, what's going on the Man of Hot Collectibles? Talk to us, baby.
Well, man, thanks for the invite. I know I was super late, but I can hear. I was actually preparing for tomorrow's show because tomorrow we're gonna have Between Collectors at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we're gonna have John from Queen Studios, and he's gonna share some information that you guys definitely want to tune in. Is some updated information that he's gonna share with us. So we have a few questions for him already. So let's hope we get a great show tomorrow 8 p.m. Eastern. So Between Collectors is usually 7:30, but because time difference and to be more doable for him, we're gonna do it at 8 p.m., which is 8 a.m. in China. We're gonna have the unboxing and review of the Commander Trooper from the Mandalorian, the one with the pauldron, the orange one.
Stormtrooper Commander, yeah.
Yes, that one is coming. Hopefully this week, sometime this week, maybe next week. The Bot Pod as well. I'm gonna do an unboxing and review. Check it out, the unboxing and review of the DX19. It's an amazing video. You should check it out. And we are very close to 7,000 subscribers, guys. So if you're here watching right now, you haven't subscribed to my channel, please take a look. See a few videos, and if you like it, you like the shows, just hit subscribe. We are only 79 away from 7,000, so that's good.
Moly. Come
so
on,
we're getting
baby.
closer and closer. So and then we have Friday airs with you on my show, Friday nights live streams, which is always fun. We just pretty much go crazy on Fridays. And yeah, the like a panther, and then Sunday, just to wrap this up, Sunday shows for members only of the channel. So if you want to become a member, we also have that feature. This past Sunday was Eastern, so I couldn't make it. So my apologies to the members for that. But this Sunday we're coming back. So yeah, that's all I have. Thank you, Aries, again for the invite, and nice to see everyone on the chat.
Come on, baby. It's good to have the Man of Hot Collectibles in here. And a shout out to Easy Company Collectibles. And good to have Fabio in here as well. What a great damn show. Single Songwriter puts in here. Subscribe to the Man of Hot Collectibles YouTube channel. You'll be glad you did. Let's get to be 70 away. Let's go get it, baby. Look, Fabio's getting close to 1,000. Let's go. Let's get him. Let's go ahead and subscribe to Fabio from FabsFigures. And listen, baby, if you're not subscribed to 6 Scale Cantina, let's go, my friends. Let's go. First of all, if you want to join the channel besides just subscribe as well, you can get a preview for it right here at 6scalecantina.com. Visit 6scalecantina.com. After you visit it, bookmark it. After you visit and bookmark it, baby, check out the little pink banner on the right side. You see here, you get exclusive show every Sunday. Sunday Coffee live with Aries. It was an epic one on Easter yesterday, Easter evening. You don't want to miss that. Plus all the other, I have impromptu live streams, pre-recorded videos, all kinds of good stuff. You could look at these banners here, crazy unboxings. If you want to become a Cantina insider, click on that little join button in the YouTube channel. See what it comes with. If you're interested, you may want to consider joining for sure. And again, please go ahead and subscribe. But man, this is a lot of fun. What do I got going on? A whole lot. I'll be live again on Wednesday. You don't want to miss Wednesday show at this coming Wednesday. So be ready for that. And of course, Saturday as well, for sure. I'll be on Dante's on Friday. I know I'm going to be on Joao. Big Bretta's coming up here either, this week or next week. We'll figure it out. And then that's what I got going on. But hit the subscribe button, baby. You know what the deal is.
You know what to do.
You know what to do.
All right, so listen, good show. Time to get some dinner. I don't always buy coffee out or wizard juice, but when I do,
Jawa egg juice.
I offer up Jawa egg juice, or these favorite. I gotta pull these out. I don't always buy these either. But when, but when I do, I don't buy them from Fabio. I buy them from 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty.
Question.